Plaintiff Carl Nips says he and the defendant are both female illusionists, and he met the defendant at a bar. Carl admits that he and the defendant had a one-night stand, but he says it was a mistake because Carl never wanted to ruin their friendship, and he's suing for rent and damaged property. Defendant Anthony Holstein admits that he had romantic feelings for Carl, and he thought they would become an item after they slept together. But Carl broke his heart, and now he's marrying another man. Anthony's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
First thing I have to say, I watch your show all the time. And those ladies that tell you you're more handsome in person, they ain't lying to you.
Here we go.
I've known Anthony. We met in 2009. I do drag at a local bar. We met at that bar. I'm a performer, drag queen, female illusionist, whatever you want to call me.
No,
my stage
I
name
need to get it right because we don't want to say things that are offensive.
Yeah.
I thought that word was offensive, that description. Maybe it's not in the community, but maybe from the outside it is. So folks who are not part of that entertainment community, how do you refer to you guys?
Usually drag queen is what we call ourselves.
No, that's what you call yourselves.
Yeah.
How do people outside of that community, what's the proper way? Because I'm told that's not the proper way.
Well, it doesn't bother me either way, but a
I
lot
know,
of
but
people
some
that
people
I
it
know,
does.
a lot of people that I know like to be called female illusionists.
There you go, female illusionist. All right, that's what we're gonna say. Well, at least I will say that. You all can do it like, you know, African-American folks. They call each other the N-word, but you better not call me the N-word. So that's the fact with a lot of communities, and that's from what I understand with the female illusionist community. You all can call each other that, drag, but don't you call me that. So I'm not gonna call you that, because I'm not part of that community. Now, I adore every now and then. Maybe that was just somebody that looked like you. I don't know. Go ahead. So, both of you all are female illusionists?
Yes, we
all
both
right.
are.
Go ahead.
My stage name is I Own a Trailer.
Okay.
When I first started
And let's clarify something else. Not all female illusionists are gay. You may be gay, or are you not?
No, I am.
Okay. And are you?
Really? Yeah.
Okay. Now, you kid, really, Judge.
If the stiletto fits.
You couldn't possibly be that naive, Judge. No, but I like to educate folks. Am I right or not?
Yes.
All female illusionists aren't gay, right?
No, I know several that
All
are.
right, that's what I'm trying to educate folks. I like to educate folks so we can knock down stereotypes, you know? All right, and what else you want me to know about him? Go ahead.
Well, like I said, I've been performing for a while. I've got pictures of me if you'd like to see those. Been performing for a while. I do a lot of benefit shows, things like that. And once a year, I do a pageant called the Queen of the Trailer Park pageant.
Queen of the Trailer Park pageant.
He was the winner of my first pageant.
Sure was.
So
you were the queen of the...
He was the first queen of the trailer park.
Now, that's a real female illusionist you're looking at now.
So that's you?
Yeah.
All right.
If you got it, you got it.
That was when we crowned him the winner.
All right. Now, this sitting good. Who is this? With the glasses on.
That's me.
And you were slipping that day. You're like a man with a dress on. Let me hear from you.
Judge Mathis, I've known Carl for 6 or 7 years. We met through a mutual friend. He's one of those people that when you meet him, you feel like you've known him your whole life. We would drink and hang out and laugh, and then later on I moved in with him, and I started having feelings for him, and we took a trip to New Orleans. I always wanted to go, so I invited him to go with me, and he entered an amateur strip contest. and all these hard-bodied young guys that just make you want to sweat. You know, they were up there doing it. Then here comes 50-year-old Carl smiling and wins. And at that moment, I knew somebody that happy was the kind of person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. But things change.
You all did start dating?
No, I thought we were going to. We had, a month later, we went to Huntington and stayed with my bosses because we went to their other bar. And we got really drunk that night and ended up sleeping together. And I thought...
One time.
I thought it was... It might have been a hookup to him, but it wasn't to me. But...
It was a mistake.
Then
I didn't want to ruin our friendship.
Things change and people get new boyfriends that they're marrying Saturday.
Yeah, I'm getting married Saturday.
Congratulations.
And he asked me to be the flower girl when I should have been the bride.
Now, less than 2 weeks after we had sex that one time, you were dating someone else.
Whatever.
That's called a rebound relationship. All right. Tell me about the rent and the damaged property you're suing for.
Okay. Well, Anthony drove.
Yeah, you liked him enough to move him in.
Oh, he moved in before.
He didn't
any
break
of that.
in.
No, he moved in before any of the
before
sex
he showed
thing.
any of- okay.
Yeah, we had just
Go
been
ahead.
friends at that point.
All right. So tell me, how does he owe for these things?
Well, he drove a hearse and he backed it up into the driveway and hit my house and he cracked the foundation. I have some pictures and I have an estimate for the damage. Here's the
I bet
pictures.
you won't play with his feelings no more.
Here's the estimate, I'm sorry.
That was before any of this happened. It was actually an accident. It was a tab.
Oh, it was an accident. Okay.
That's a breakdown.
All right. And how long you been knowing this guy you're marrying this week?
We've been together a year.
All right. Does he know about your little fling there?
Yes, he does.
He does now.
Yeah, well, that was
He will
before.
now.
Again, that was way before, because that was in 2013.
All right. Tell me about this rent and damaged property.
When I accidentally hit the house, it was an accident. It's before any of this happened. I waited a couple days to tell him about it. I was like, oh, God. I was like, but we were at the bar one night and I told him, he was like, oh, it's okay. We'll take care of it. We'll fix it. And I thought he meant us together. We would fix it.
You got some carpentry skills? What do you mean?
He does.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you had a
actually
right
built
to
the
think
house.
that. Go ahead.
And then, like, as far as the rent goes, I had some financial issues and talked to him about it. I was ready to move back in with my dad, and he said, oh, don't worry about it. We'll figure something out.
Did you?
No, I guess this is what we figured out.
We figured out he owed me.
It's the next time I heard about it.
Okay. Did you all discuss working together on the property?
I hadn't seen it at that point, and I said, I'll have to look at it and see what you're talking about. When I looked at it, I knew it was something I couldn't fix. And
Did you tell him that?
I told him that, and we talked about putting it on his car insurance because he hit it with his car. And he said, I've had too many accidents. They'll cancel me. We can't do that. I'll just pay you.
Is what he's saying true?
No.
He didn't come back to you and say...
He did say that he couldn't fix it.
Okay.
And he just still said that we would work something out.
Work something out like what?
Right. He didn't say. He was always like, well, we'll work something out.
What did you assume he meant?
The same. I just figured we would get around to it eventually, you know.
Get around to doing what eventually?
Fixing it or paying for it or getting an
There
estimate.
you go, that last word, paying for it.
I mean,
you knew he couldn't fix it. He told you he couldn't.
Right.
So that meant paying for it.
Right. He just got an estimate, like now. I was like, well, couldn't you got an estimate before?
When did you get it?
Well, I just got that new one because it had been almost 2 years since I'd had the other one.
Why'd you wait so long?
Well, I had somebody look at it back then and
Why didn't you take that estimate and give it to him?
Well, I didn't have him do a written one. I just told him what they were going to charge, which
He did?
was...
He did
I
tell
don't
you?
remember that, no.
And then he never paid.
Now you got memory loss. What's your counterclaim for? $4,000 for emotional distress. How so?
So angry when I don't see Carl. Like when he's not around, I get so mad at him. And then when I see him, it's that happy-go-lucky attitude and that smile. I'm just right back there.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm sure you know, sir, that you can't obtain a money judgment against someone because they don't share the same feelings you do for them. So I'm going to dismiss your claim, and I'll grant you your judgment, $4,200. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm not going to be your flower girl.
we've done this, we can be friends again. Because I miss you, Mary. I love you.
Bye,
You know that.
Felicia. Not happening.